Hello friends, welcome to my channel Physics with Rakshit. So in my previous video, I have explained what quantum measurement paradox or measurement problem is. That is, interpretation of quantum mechanics doesn't allow one definite outcome to be realized at microscopic scale. So in double slit experiment, we have seen that electron gun emits electron. Thereafter we have put two slits and one screen. To explain measurement problem more easily, Max Born came up with his interpretation in which he told that because of the presence of two slits, wave function of this electron will be split into two parts. Thereafter, because of superposition of the wave of electron, we will have interference pattern. In my last video, we have seen that wave function is nothing but representation of probability of particle will be in a given position. So whenever measurement is made, this wave function will be collapsed and we will have one definite value as an outcome. So what Max Born told that because of two slit, wave function of electron will be splitted, and that is why on the screen we will have probability of interference in such a way that particles are more likely to find in one place and less likely to find on other place in terms of darker and brighter fringes of interference. In other words, particle on the screen doesn't split, but probability of particle will be in given location does split. This is what Max Born wanted to explain. For this interpretation, which is known as probabilistic interpretation, Max Born was awarded with Nobel Prize in 1954. He gave this equation: psi into psi star is equal to 1. It means probability of particle is sure to be found in a field. It is always unity. It is nothing but complex conjugate of wave function. To explain the absurdity of Max Born interpretation, Schrodinger thereafter came up with one morbid thought experiment in which he imagined one closed box. In that closed box, he has put one radioactive element left hand side whose probability of decaying is 50% in an hour. Thereafter, he has put Geiger counter, and thereafter third thing he has put is glass of poisonous gas. Fourth thing he has put is a cat, a live cat on that box. So what happens, because decaying probability of a radioactive element is 50%, here Geiger-Müller is a state in both it is triggered and not triggered, and that is why this glass of poisonous gas is both broken and not broken. And that is why what happens, until we open the box we cannot say whether this cat is alive or dead. So this is a chain. Again I am explaining this. Schrodinger has put one radioactive element whose chancing of decay is 50%, and thereafter to detect this decay he has put Geiger counter, and third thing he has put is glass of poisonous gas. So what happens, because of probability of decaying is 50%, this Geiger counter is in a state both triggered and not triggered, and that is why this glass of poisonous gas is both broken and not broken. That is why we are uncertain about whether this cat is alive or dead. So here Schrodinger wanted to explain that until we open the box we cannot say certainly that whether this cat is alive or dead. After we open the box we can say that whether this cat is alive or dead. So this is what Schrodinger wanted to explain about absurdity of Max Born's interpretation, that is probabilistic interpretation of quantum mechanics. And this interpretation was the core of first interpretation of quantum mechanics, that is Copenhagen interpretation, which I will explain in my next lectures. So in my present video, we have seen that what measurement problem is again. Thereafter, what Max Born imagined to interpret measurement problem of quantum mechanics in terms of complex conjugate of wave function. Thereafter, we have seen Schrodinger's cat experiment to explain absurdity of Max Born's interpretation. Here we cannot certainly say that in that box whether this cat is alive or dead until we open the box. Similar to measurement problem in terms of wave function. So thanks for listening and watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.